Good morning. Hi. Welcome back. This is Varnish Vidit, and I'm here with a new topic. One question is very commonly asked, and that is how to improve vocabulary. Before answering this question, how to improve vocabulary, the important question is why to improve vocabulary? What is the importance of vocabulary for an individual? What happens if one has a better vocabulary? One knows more words than others. It surely going to help or not? It's a very moot question to be asked. Yes, of course. If your vocabulary is better than others, you're going to have an extra edge over others. So, once what happened, one small experiment was conducted in one of the universities of America. It was conducted in a business school. There were students of MBA. They were given a test of vocabulary, and in that test of vocabulary, those who got more than 60% or 60% marks, they were segregated in separate group, and rest those who got 60 or less than 60, they were separated. So there were two groups made, and they were kept under observation for a long span. As they got passed out from the school or business and they got established in their life and they chose their different careers, after 20 years, it was noticed that all those students who had less than 60 or 60% marks in vocabulary, they were doing all humble jobs. They were working under somebody. They couldn't reach the higher echelons or the higher status of their business or their career. But those who got more than 60 or 80 or 100%, they all became CEOs of different organizations. But they were doing MBA. But the role played by vocabulary is not undeniable, is not unavoidable. One's vocabulary plays a very crucial role in the growth and establishment of the career of an individual, of a person. So it's very important you should pay attention towards your vocabulary. But how? Different people have different ways of improvement of vocabulary. I too have my unique way of vocabulary. Whenever I read something, maybe any newspaper, magazine, or a book, I always keep four things along with me. Of course, the book I'm reading or the newspaper I'm going through, or anything, whatever is readable I'm reading, I keep three more things along with it. Or those three things are first, most important, a dictionary, not a soft copy, of course, a hard copy. And the dictionary should be selected carefully. A good quality dictionary is a great help in the improvement and understanding of a language and enrichment of vocabulary. So first, you should have a dictionary with you. Second thing, a pen should always be ready. If you don't keep a pen, you're making a mistake. And then a diary, a separate diary for vocabulary. So when you're reading the book or the magazine or the newspaper and you come across any word, immediately check its meaning in the dictionary and underline that word in the book or a magazine and write its meaning at the top, on the top of the page. And later on, when the book is complete, note it down. If you're reading a book, in that case, you have to do like this. When the book is over, note down all those words which were difficult when you were reading the book. All the words you came across, make the list with the serial number. So that you must be keeping a track how many new words you read while you're reading a book. I read lots of books throughout my studentship or my career. I have never left reading books. Till date I've been reading, and whenever reading I'm following the same principle. I would like to show you one of my books. Like this is a book that I read 5 years back, roughly. Human Bondage by Somerset Maugham. And if I open this book, you can see that on different pages there I have written the meaning and the word is underlined with a number and the meaning is written. So on different pages, there will be different number of words I have written. Like one word is here, two words meanings are here. So 3 words I noted down from this page. So there are lots of words I noted down from this book. So on different pages. So this book has roughly 700 odd number of pages. And in these 700 pages, I came across roughly, I think, 250 new words when I was reading this book. And out of those 250 words, most of them I'm still knowing. So this is the way you can enrich your vocabulary. And I would like to show you my diary also. You can see there, I used to write the words like this. Like, see. So there are lots of words written. You can see here. And very neatly and carefully, and see here, of human bondage. All the words, that book I showed you, I came across, they are also written here, one after the other, and they were written on all these pages, you can see. And then, when I started with a new book like 1,000 Splendid Suns, and then the words of that book, and then every book that I read, I noted down the words that I came across. So, book, a diary, a pen always ready, and a dictionary. You should always keep all these things with you if you want to improve your vocabulary seriously. An effort cannot save you in this regard. You need to be very determined. You must have a desire. Because you will be what your deep-rooted desire is going to be. You're going to be very good with your vocabulary if you start doing it like this. And very soon you'll realize that you're knowing lots of words. So this way you can patiently and with a determination, with a determined and a resolute mind, you can improve your vocabulary and you can feel better than others. And you will start feeling your confidence level will build up. You will start feeling very confident because you are better than many other people, those who are not knowing these words. So, this way you should try to do this. Pen, dictionary, diary, and the book you're reading or the newspaper you're reading. All these 3 things should be with you. After this, I would like to tell you certain steps now which you can take and you can become better in reading or you can become better in vocabulary. The first step that you should do is you should be a bee. B-E-E-B. Honey bee I'm talking about. Be a bee. Have you ever seen the bee? A small honey bee? Honey bee searches nectar everywhere. It takes flights for miles and then flower after flower it keeps collecting the nectar. It doesn't ignore any flower. Same thing with you. You should try to become a very good observer wherever there is a word. Without any laziness, without any sluggishness, immediately you have to note it down in your diary and keep your pen ready for that. Because once the word goes through your hands, it makes a picture. Its shape is imprinted in your mind. You start remembering the spelling and you start remembering the meaning also for a longer period of time. So be a bee, like a honey bee, so that you can produce a honey of lots of new words and you can feel better. Second thing, be a biblioli. Got shocked by the word? Yes, there's a word. You might have heard the word bibliophile. Bibliophile means a lover of books. But biblioli, one who drinks books. Yes, you have to become an avid reader. And when you're reading, read anything that is available under the sun. Don't read the books of your particular subject or your liking. Read others also. Because only then you can know lots of different words from different streams of life, different streams of knowledge. So first, be like a bee. Collect the words as many as possible. Be a biblioli, you have to read. Without reading or without listening. So listening and reading, they are most important to be good at vocabulary. And whenever you come across any new word, do not shy away from it. Third is, be a glutton. Glutton. Have you heard the word glutton? Means extremely hungry. One whose hunger never satisfies. One who is always hungry. So you need to be hungry for the words. Wherever you see a word, pick it and make it yours. So your craving, your desire for the words should be everlasting. It should be never ending. So if you can have that kind of zeal and that kind of desire for the words would be yours. If you ignore the words, remember, you will be ignored by the same words. ये कुछ ऐसा हो जाएगा कि शब्द आपके सामने होगा और आप उसको घूरोगे, उसको देखोगे और वो कहेगा, याद है, मिले थे कहीं, ठुकरा दिया था तुमने, आज मैं तुम्हें ठुकराता हूं. Isn't it interesting? Yes. If you ignore the words, you are ignored by the same words while you're reading something else. And the interesting thing is, once you read a word, note it down and try to remember. Suddenly you start finding the same word at every place. Whatever you're reading, you come across the same word. Why? It's not a miracle. It's not something strange. It's very simple. You were ignoring the same word in the earlier attempts, and now you're paying attention, so that's why you're recognizing it. You're searching for somebody. You don't know the face. Can you search? You cannot. But if you know the face, you know the person, you know the name, you can call the name and you can find the face and you will find the person. Same is the case with the vocabulary, with the words. Words are like identifications. They are like our familiars. Means we have to establish a familiarity with the word. So we need to be gluttonous for this. We need to be full of hunger for that. And when you come across a word, try to draw a mental picture of the word in your mind and try to recognize, try to absorb the size and the shape of the word and try to make a picture. And if possible, make 2 or 3 sentences also with the word and the word will be yours. Then, very important step after to be glutton, it is to be a spitter. Be a spitter. Spit, thukna. So, be a spitter. When people use words, like I have used a few words in my conversation, if I start caring for everybody, whether you understand or not, I can never be able to enrich my vocabulary. So stop caring for the people. Feel this world and the people, they are like spittoon, peekdan, where we spit. And we have to spit everywhere. As soon as you grab a word, you know a word, you collect a word, throw it on the people. There is a basic principle of improvement of vocabulary, that is, use a word thrice and the word is yours. Suppose you learned a word like nostalgia, for example. So the word nostalgia, as soon as it comes in your mind, check its meaning. Once the meaning is checked, so maybe with your family member, with your friends, or on your social media, whatever you're writing, try to use this word immediately. Once this word is used 3 times in 3 different situations with 3 different people, word will be yours forever. It's guaranteed. So you have to use the words. You have to spit it out. Rather, you have to throw out, puke out. If you don't do this thing, if you keep the words to yourself, they will get finished there in your mind. It should come out. You have to use it. And remember one thing, people say that we should be very simple. There are so many complex words people don't understand. So my dear friends, in case of vocabulary, there is nothing simple or complex. Anything is simple when understood. Anything is complex when not understood. You are not supposed to care for the people, those who are not understanding. You have to care for the people, those who understand. When people use vocabulary, do they care for you? That you know or not? No. Then why do you care? If you keep caring, you can never improve your vocabulary. If you want to improve your vocabulary, you have to stop caring. Last, after be a bee, be a bibliobibuli, be a glutton, be a spitter, you have to be finally a hitter. Yes, you need to make a target. So in the end, good news I must tell you, that is, to be good in any language, especially in English, when we're talking about English vocabulary, we don't need thousands and millions of words to be known. Well, it just, according to one research, if anybody knows just 740 plus words from different streams, different areas of knowledge, and variety of words, just 740 words, if anybody knows, can be able to use language smartly better than others. So set a target, means 5 words a day or 3 words a day or 5 words a day, and as soon as you read those words, you start using those words. Or I know certain families, they used to keep a word of the day. Certain organizations, they keep the words of the day, and everybody starts using those words for that particular day. You can also do something like this. Pick a word of the day and start using it everywhere. And words would be yours. In the end, I must say, I have kept 6 servants. They serve when I allow. I have kept 6 servants. They serve when I allow. What, where, why, when, how. So these are means you should know what is the word, when to use the word, where to use the word, why to use the word, and how to use the word. When you know all these 6 things about every word, word is yours. So start reading the words with a new dimension, in a new perspective, and with a new vision and an idea. Surely you're going to improve your vocabulary. Thank you. See you next time. Till then, goodbye.